Hey guys, this is Jake. I'll be going over brief exercise 11.6 with you. Um, to start out, I actually was really stubborn and I thought I had the right answer so many times that I just got the problem wrong. And immediately after I figured out the answer down here, that's why that's red. But I'll explain it to you guys. This one wasn't too hard. What really helped me if you guys were struggling with it was to follow the link to text because about partway down the chart or partway down the page on there, they have a filled in example of this. So that really helped checking my own work to see the calculations that they made. Um, so we're going to be filling out the stockholders equity section of the balance sheet. So we'll start out with our account titles over here. So stockholders equity, paid in capital. The first account is going to be common stock. So that's given to us over here. So common stock is $1,260,000. So we'll just fill that in. And I just went down the line here. So there is no paid in capital of excess par of common stock because there's no changes made. So there's nothing that goes in here. So the total paid in capital is $1,260,000. And we're also given the retained earnings as well, which is $460,000. And all we have to do to find the total stockholders' equity is add those together. So that gives you $1,720,000 in total stockholders' equity. The next important thing that we're going to need to do in order to fill out the after dividend section is we're going to need to find out how many total shares there are. So this is relatively easy. So we're given that the par value is $9 a share, and there's 1,260,000 shares. So all we have to do to find the total number of shares before any changes are made. So like if you look at the first sentence, essentially, that gives you the answer to the before dividend. Everything in the second sentence helps you find the answer to the after dividend section. So in order to find the before dividend outstanding shares, all we're going to do is divide the total value by or the total dollar amount of how much stock there is by the par value. So if we divide that out, that gives us 140,000 uh, shares. That's the total number of shares. And right inside the beginning of the next sentence, they tell us how many shares are added. So there's 21,000 shares added, which gives us the 161,000 shares. So we're then told that there is a 15% stock dividend and that the market price share is going to be $15. So to find the after dividend common stock amount, all we're going to do is multiply our par value, which was $9, by our new outstanding share amount, which is 161,000 total new outstanding shares. And that's going to give us our answer for the new common stock value, which is $1,449,000. And then the next part is actually pretty simple. I tripped up on it the very first attempt, but to find the paid in capital of excess par value, this is pretty easy. So what we do is we're just going to take the difference between the new stock price and the par value. So the market share of the stock price is $15, and the par value is 9. So um, we're looking at a $6 increase per share. So we're just going to multiply that out by the new number of shares added, which is 21,000 shares. So if you multiply 21,000 by 6, you're going to get 100,000 or 126,000 dollars, and that was paid in excess of it because it increased from $9 a share to 15. So that one wasn't too bad. After that, you're going to add those values together to find the total paid in capital amount. I don't know why I was being so stubborn underneath the retained earnings value, because the definition of retained earnings is a stock dividend, or a stock dividend reduces retained earnings by the number of shares issued by market price per share. Now, I don't know what I was doing, but the total stockholders' equity is not going to change at the end of the day. So a simple way to calculate the new retained earnings is to just subtract the total paid in capital by the total stockholders' equity. Because if you subtracted this amount here from this larger number, then you're going to find the correct answer. So if you actually do that, I'll do that for you right now. The answer should be $145,000. And that same equation works over here as well with the before dividend value. If you subtract the total stockholders' equity by the total paid in capital, you find the retained earnings because you're just going in reverse. Because to find this number down here, you're adding these together. To find this number down here, you're adding these together. So I don't know why I was being stubborn there, but hopefully that helps you guys out. The total stock or the total retained earnings um, after the dividend is $145,000. If you guys have any questions, feel free to write them down in the comments. Hopefully this made sense for you guys. Again, one last time, I would recommend if you're struggling with this, go to the link in the text down here. They have a filled in example and they show you what changes they make in real time. So it's pretty helpful. Thanks, guys.